You may be wondering, what are these signs that have appeared on the plotter while we are mooring? This is the surround view camera system by Garmin, which, together with Volvo Penta, has developed a docking virtual assistant based on the concept of automotive design. In addition to creating a virtual fender, which is outlined by the green line, there are other signals. Each notch corresponds to 1 meter. And it is possible to select any of the 6 cameras that surround the boat. We are entering the dock. We are mooring between 2 boats, and these yellow lines show us the distance to the pier. Right now, there's still some space. On the left, the distance is also good. There are 4 meters from the boat on our left. We are getting closer and closer with the stern, and in this case, we can go ahead, even without looking, but just by simply staring at our Garmin plotter, which shows us the distance to the dock. We are at 4 meters, 2 meters away. I think it's better to stop. One of the most beautiful pleasures of being on a boat is conviviality. What could be better than a sunset dinner or a barbecue with some friends? For this reason, Kenyon, an American brand imported exclusively in Italy by the Genoese company Indomar, offers different solutions, from induction hobs to barbecues. There's this one with a more traditional lid, or even this one with a silicone lid. And when there are many of us, perhaps on a larger boat, on the flybridge, the king of the grill is this one. And precisely to shade the areas intended for hanging out together with friends and family, there are always awnings by SureShade, an American brand brought to Italy by Indomar, which offers 3 main types of solutions: the electric one with a remote control to open the awning, the one with a crank, and the one with a manual pull. Electronics on board instrumentation are now used to help any boat stay on course and navigate safely. But before navigating and setting a route, you have to plan it, imagine it, or even dream about it. The Portolan chart by the publishing house Edizioni Il Frangente help us in this. They offer a thoughtful cartography divided into macro areas by zones with the author's advice on landings, moorings and bays. You'll find every tip and services contained in a marina, in a tourist port, as well as the best ridges. Getting back on board after a dip in the open sea has never been easier thanks to this scenographic ladder, the SP607 by Besenzoni, a hydraulic ladder that will soon also be released in its electronic version. It is made with top quality materials. It's also because they have to stay in the water, in contact with the salty sea. The same ladder, if raised, can be used as a gangway to step foot on the dock. If the dock platform is particularly high, that is not a problem. Just raise it a little more. The handles by Razeto and Casaretto brothers, which are already award-winning elements of design, are now also self-sanitizing. That is possible thanks to these 2 metal clusters, which constantly release silver ions that sanitize both the surface and the environment. The colours of the Italian flag, or any customizable colour set up for the day and night, actually turn into a warning message in the event of a fire on board. The red light indicates the paths to avoid, while the green one to the escape routes. Safety during navigation should always come first. Veleria San Giorgio combines it with the Italian design, and it came to the Genoa International Boat Show with the evolution of this model, the Hurricane Evo 290. That's what I'm wearing right now. It has a neoprene lining, a 180 networks buoyancy and a lifeline ring. Also, this Hurricane Evo 290 safety jacket has the quick release buckle designed by Veleria San Giorgio. Tropical? No, I'm not talking about a cocktail. It is the name of a coated fabric by Italvipla, a company that produces fabrics for the nautical sector. Its special feature is that the cushions do not overheat, for example, so we can lie in the sun without burning our skin. Do you remember the supercar, the car of the American TV show named Knight Rider, where the car would reach its owner, Michael Knight, all on its own? Well, Zenta has developed a superboat, meaning a boat that is able to memorize its mooring and reach it on its own. The captain can manage the manoeuvre in total autonomy. Actually, it is the integrated system that will safely bring you to the mooring. Once you are in position, you can disembark safely, pick the ropes and wires, moor, and that's it. From a simple screw to a tender, there's everything you need in this catalogue of more than 1,100 pages created by Osculati, a company based in the city of Segrate, near Milan, that imagines, designs, produces, distributes and sells all over the world accessories for the nautical sector, from pleasure boating to large yachts. For example, to you, these might seem like two normal 5 and 10 litre petrol tanks. Instead, I can step on them with my feet and they will hold my weight. There are also many solutions for the shipyards, like this anchor with the integrated locker closure that prevents it from filling up with water. A hand shower of this size is no longer just for mega yachts. All you have to do is insert this pole into a hole in the floor of the boat. And to get back onto the boat after a dive, the pull-out ladder with the handle. Osculati has over 20,000 items in its catalogue that are created from passion. We have a commercial network that follows practically the entire shipbuilding industry in Europe, and therefore we receive a lot of input. A bit from families and a lot from the commercial network and from the shipyards that express their necessities and their production needs, but also their needs when it comes to the aftermarketing. This is then transformed into real products and concrete ideas by our team of in-house interior designers. We have a sales network that covers Italy extensively. Outside of Europe, we have international dealers. We sell in 100 countries all over the world. This is ARGO, a new clever ride control system by CMC Marine, and it has been presented here at the Genoa International Boat Show. Its function is to increase the navigation quality, both for what concerns movements perceived on board and the course. In fact, it may happen that all the systems that affect navigation, such as steering systems, fin stabilizers, autopilot, clusters and others, interfere with each other. ARGO, on the contrary, makes them communicate to each other, avoiding, for example, a zigzag route, avoiding the leeway and therefore avoiding more fuel consumption, the lengthening of the course, or even wearing down the mechanical parts. This is the SCA Watermaker by HP Watermakers. It is the smallest in the world, producing over 200 litres per hour. In particular, it is able to transform 220 litres of seawater into fresh water every hour, which can be used for showering, for example. Also, by adding a component with filters and a sterilizer, you can even drink it. Would you like still or sparkling? Today it's very hot here in Genoa, and when you're on board a boat it is essential to stay cool. Dometic is a leading manufacturer of air conditioning systems.
Gottifredi
Maffioli is a Novara-based company that produces ropes for sailboats, from small dinghies to large boats. Two of the most famous boats that use their ropes are Luna Rossa and Maserati. The ropes for boaters are produced with the same procedures, the same machinery and the same staff that produce the ropes for the America's Cup. We have different sizes, different diameters of ropes, and Gottifredi Maffioli also produces cords, but they are for a completely different use.